trouble for me.
All right, it seems like one hell of a way to start a Friday night shit show to me. Straight up, I don't know how to work the StreamYard system well enough to know how to play Lobster's Friday night shit show theme song for us, just the music through there. So I figured why not? We'll start it off with a little City Cash, our brothers. It's actually Fluff's brother on the drums over there. Rocking it down. Really great album. You can check that out on Spotify. Dude, to me, it's honestly absolutely within my top 3 favorite albums of the year so far. I've just been loving that shit. If you like a bluesy, Johnny Lang style vibe, fucking rock and roll to me, fucking get down with that shit. It's badass. Absolutely loving it, as you just heard. Now, the downside is there's a whole bunch of people right now that are just like, oh fuck, so they're not like playing right now tonight, and like, nah, sorry to break your hearts, everyone. There's no City Cash tonight other than just that badass tune that we let you check out there from when they were awesome enough to join us a couple months ago. I'm gonna stop babbling because I'm gonna start stumbling and stammering like an idiot here. So let's start kicking it down, say hello to everyone. I see G-Bay over there down in my bottom corner. I'm not sure where he is on your screen, but G-Bay's got a friend over there. What's going on, G-Bay? How you doing, brother? And how you doing, G-Bay's brother?
Doing all right, man. We were out for a little mountain bike tour. Couple cold brews on a nice October, or not October yet, but September day. We're getting close.
Very close.
Fall
very
day.
Close.
Anyways, yeah, went and visited some friends. We got to check out some cool plants, actually. A friend of ours, Stacy, he's got a plant at the side of his house. It's purple punch. It was. Oh man, it's living up to the name because quite a spectacle, man. Yeah, everyone that walks up to it's just like, oh my god, what the fuck is this thing? It's a beast of a plant, 6 foot tall, big, huge.
You saw it before I did.
My Inkbird alarm's going off. But yeah, nice, big, huge purple plant. So got to see some good outdoor organic grown cannabis tonight. That was pretty cool.
Very cool.
Local. Got my friend Dustin over here too. He grows. He's not on the caliber we are, paying attention to it wise. But man, you want to talk about your good old school bushweed? This your man right here, man. So yeah, he'll set me down in my chair for sure.
Well, that's what we like to hear.
I got to get up and turn this Inkbird alarm off. Sorry, guys.
It's all good, man. All right, well, we'll keep kicking it down here. We'll say hello to Hoobie. He's trying to be all quiet, not even be on screen. That doesn't fucking work with us. Hoobie, how you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, buddy. How you doing, kid?
Until he 6 to 10 seconds off.
Not too bad, buddy. How's everybody else doing?
We're doing great. We're doing great.
Good, it'll be good, man.
What are you smoking?
What you smoking on?
Yeah. Some Blue Dream, I do believe. Some Cali Reject Blue Dream. It's getting close to harvest time. Getting close. A couple weeks. I'm excited.
Sounds badass. Kicking it on over. I see Crazy Pop Mom kicking it on over here. How you doing, Crazy Pop Mom?
I'm okay. I was waiting for my Zoom to load on my other thing so I could get into this, but it won't ever update, so I'm on my phone. It's all weird and small and tiny, but
hey, we're just glad you were able to join us. That's all that really matters. What are you
so
smoking on tonight?
I'm smoking on Martian muffins, and I need to say that again. Martian muffins.
That is fun to say, isn't it? Martian muffins. Martian muffins. That sounds all right. Any idea what the cross is on that?
I have absolutely no idea. I bought it because of the name, but it is indica and it's about 24% THC. Not that that matters in our world anymore, but that's the only information they give me, so I give it to you.
Hey, whatever works.
Right.
Sounds good stuff. I want to kick it down over to Raider. We don't want to make Raider last but not least kind of stuff, but it's always great to see you, Raider. What do you see? How the hell are you? I see, I can't talk already. That's how good of the show it's going to be.
No, I'm doing good, man. I'm good. I'm good. Just here chilling. It's Friday night, kind of time to get loose, and no, man, smoking on some grapple fritter from Lobster. Pretty tasty, fruity, smelly type herb. We were talking earlier, and you had asked what hints or what was the flavor profile on it. And it was hard to tell. I knew it was something sweet. I'm smelling the bag and whatnot, and Steph goes, yeah, grind it up. Take a smell. And so I'm packing the bowl and I take a hit, and I'm like, I don't know why, but I got hints of sweet corn on the cob is what I got from it. But in a good way, not in a bad way, in a good way. So yeah, that's what I'm smoking on.
Well, dude, I could eat me some corn on the cob. Like I can get down with that. So right there, trust me. So that's definitely not a bad thing. I think it's cool, and it's another like just one of the amazing things about this plant and pheno hunting. Because as I was saying, that doesn't sound nothing like what I was smoking on when I grew out Adams. The one pheno that I had there, mine was just straight fuel, and probably like the stinkiest thing I've had in my garden since I've started up again. And it's had some pretty good competitors to go up against in there too. But it's like, when you walk into your grow room and you can use, it seems like a lot of the time you can smell one plant that's just a little bit skunkier, not skunkier, that's the wrong word, a little bit more stanker than everything else.
Louder.
Yeah, that's a good word. Yeah. Thank you. A lot better than skunky. Fuck, it's just gonna throw everyone off. They're like, "Fuck, Cariboo's got the skunk." No, I ain't got shit. But you know how it is. Yeah, you get that one that's louder, right? And that was always that plant. So
you walk into the room and your nose kind of guides you back towards that corner where that plant is at, and you're like, yeah, that's you.
Yeah. You can like navigate yourself blind, like Toucan Sam style. Close your eyes and just follow your nose, and your homing bee can get you in there. That's the good stuff. Let's see, kick it up on stairs. Steph, you want to say hi to everyone, brother? How you doing?
Well, sure, I can say hi to everyone. I'm doing great. How about everyone else? How's everybody in chat doing?
I think everyone in chat is doing good.
I think so.
You know what, Sniff? I think you actually just did us a huge favor too, because we see Fluff was in the live chat beforehand. We're very proud of you, Fluff. We'll give you a golf clap. Live chat before the show even started. We were so proud of you, but we're not sure that everyone else got into live chat right away. So let's do a live chat video real quick, and then we'll get back on and we'll say hi to Sniff a little bit more, because he sent me something really cool last week, and I want to talk a little bit to him about that.
Great.
So here we go. So, as we were talking a bit though on this pre-show a little bit there, Sniff, you sent over that Sniffleizer, the 3000, I'm calling it, that seed sorter, and this is like, I'm sure it'll get old at some point in time, but at this point in time, I actually have fun sorting seeds. This is the job where I'll dry out a plant, crumble it up, and have it sitting in like a Ziploc baggie for months. And even I can actually maybe even say year or years in a couple of cases where it's just like, nah, I don't want to. And the Dalton Spawn project that I've been working, you guys have been hearing me talk about it for 3-4 months now. Mm-hmm. And I fucked up the 2 plants that were the ones that I was actually looking for. And I thought I screwed that whole thing up. And because of your fucking awesome invention, because I wasn't, there's no way I would have went and sorted through all that plant material looking for a few possibly good viable seeds. But I ran that shit through there and it sucked out all the fucking plant material. And now all of a sudden I got a jar that, of course, it can't be right here for me to show everyone, but I have shown it before on the show, that it's got, you know, a jar about this size, but it's got that much full of seeds in it, and probably the bottom quarter of those seeds seem like they'll probably be viable. So your awesome kick-ass invention, you know, it's kind of saved that project, and I've got 10 of those just behind the computer screen here in the tent right there.
Right on, right on. Well, it's not really my invention, just my rendition of somebody else's invention, but it was a fun project nonetheless.
Well, I think you should get all the credit, and in fact, we should get you to copyright that, and then you can start suing everybody that started building those before you. Huh? See where I'm thinking there?
Well, I think the next one is more of an invention. So let's see what the next one brings.
That's exciting because you told me a bit about that one too, and I'm excited about. I don't know. We'll save that one for another day, a little bit more chit chat, because we'll let everybody guess and wonder. Oh shit, we got an inventor on the Cariboo Hart shit show tonight. What's going on?
Well,
in a sense,
tinkerer.
It works though, dude. Like, well, because you also built that the dab press, and
I built my own dab press. Yeah.
Which is, to me, is I've thought about trying to do that, or even ordering the heat plates in and trying to do something, bang it together myself. But I'm gonna be honest with myself, I would have just fucked it up royally.
Yeah. Well, I followed some plans and made what I needed. So, little what I had.
Oh, well, that's cool. Fucking great here. What are you smoking on tonight?
I got some pineapple chakra. I just finished the very last of it I had, so it didn't turn out great. So I don't think I'll be growing that again real soon.
Oh, I hate it when that happens. Like, a lot of the time, it's, you know, like when you're growing a plant and at about 6 weeks in, sometimes even earlier, you just know that's not the one. But it's like, you're like, oh, I've come this far. I've spent the energy growing it out, vegging it, and it's in this part of the veg right now, and there's a bloom, and it's might as well finish it. And then you smoke it, already knowing you're just like, I'm probably not even gonna like this. And you smoke it, and you find out that you're right, and it's or sometimes you smoke it, and you're like, holy shit, I thought that was gonna be the bunk right there, and it was amazing.
Yeah, no, this is it looked good. It looked good under the microscope. It looked good, and it just might as have been tobacco. But anyway, it's all gone.
No more worries now. It's out of here.
Out of necessity, it was next in line. It got gone.
Hell yeah. What do y'all say? Should we rock a dab here? It looks like we're 15 minutes in. We haven't hit a dab yet. This one's for all the boopers. We love y'all. Y'all are a badass group of motherfuckers in my opinion. Cheers, 2 cents to you, weed nerd. Red Center Farm, great to see you. Bees, to see you there, brother. Blue Kids. Neighborhood Drows, thanks for joining us. Great to see you guys. So, anybody got anything great, awesome planned for the weekend? It's like, no, we're not doing nothing.
Besides beating you in fantasy football, that would be about it.
Oh, shit. In your fucking best dreams.
Fucking easy.
Is it Muhammad Ali that said, Hoobie, if you ever even thought about whooping my ass, you better wake up from that dream and apologize?
Yeah.
I love you, brother. It's
the gloves are
it's great. I love talking shit during a little bit of sporting contest, but you definitely you're up a few points on me, but I believe I will come out victorious by the end of the weekend. We kind of hammered this one to death during the pre-show, but I think it's worth bringing up again because it is a legit serious concerns. You got Tua Tagovailoa. Fuck, I hope I didn't fuck that up, but I'm pretty sure I did. Tua, we'll call him Tua because that's what he's best known as around the league. Miami Dolphins quarterback. Last Sunday, he went down with an injury, concussion. And this Thursday, he was back on the field with that concussion playing again and went down hard, like scary hard. I don't think there's too many sports fans that, even if you're not a Dolphins fan, I don't think you could possibly feel good about the way he hit the ground. And the NFL tried to say, oh, it's a back injury at first, but no, that was like a headshot. And you see muscle reactions and shit like that, and you're just like, wow, that looks bad. And so first, I'd like to kind of wish him a speedy recovery, because this is one of the newest up and coming generations of NFL sports stars, whatever you want to call them, that actually makes that sport a lot of fun. Seems like every 5-6 years, it seems like there's a bit of an evolution. You get a kind of a newer class, a new style of player coming through, where they just stand out above the rest, and he's one of those. And but I like you see again. I don't understand how he makes it through concussion protocol, and is playing within 4 days, 5 days. What's the math on that? After getting a concussion. In sports like MMA, and somebody please correct this if I am wrong, if you get hit and your lights go out, you got a 90-day suspension automatically, just like that. And I am aware of cases where there's been arguments made where fighters have been put out and fought sooner, but that is very, very not typical. It's once you're out, you're done. 30 days, you're not training, you're not sparring, none of that stuff. And it's like 2 bad shots like that. How many bad headshots does a young superstar like that have before his life is irreparably damaged? Just something to consider. Anybody else got thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. You know, shame on the NFL for allowing him to play. You know, he's a big name in the sport, obviously, and I think that's what kind of let them, allowed them to play him and keep him in the game. But yeah, he needs to take a few weeks off, of maybe a month or two off, 6 weeks, to fully recover from that concussion. He was never 100%. He shouldn't have been out there in the field the second time, and it was a short week to top it off, right? So it
Yep.
never gave him that chance to fully recover. And from previous experience, myself, from suffering, multiple concussions, it don't take a week or two, man. It takes a minute to fully recover from a concussion. I mean, uh, all it takes is for you to like accidentally bump your head on a shelf or something, and you're like, oh wow, like you feel it in the back of your head, right? So, yeah, I really hope for the sake of, his health, his well-being, and not only that, but the game, the NFL game, right? You got to be able to protect your players, let them recover, and it's in everybody's best interest.
Yeah, I agree. It's just it's funny, as much as I love the sport of football and the NFL in particular, just because that's the caliber sport that's there, as opposed to say like the CFL, the Canadian Football League, the NFL, in my opinion, like, and they're just 2 different games. I guess when you really break it down, but I like NFL, but like the league, the NFL, the entity. I fucking hate them. Well, hate's a strong word. I don't hate them, but I don't like them. It's just it's all about the spectacle of the league, and I've said this before a million times. That it's the fact that there's actually a sport being played that night seems to be secondary to, oh, look at us, the NFL, blah blah. I'm just like, I I don't need all that. I just want to watch sports. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I kind of gravitate more towards baseball the last few years, because they don't do such the grandiose thing like that. But I think it's also things I like, the way NFL contracts get drawn up, the way a player can sign a 5-year contract, and it's to be just dropped at the fucking whim of the football team if you don't have guaranteed written in there. I think that's ridiculous. The player's expected to honor his end of the contract, and I feel like the team also should, stuff like that. And it seems to be, and two, I believe is a kind of, it's a money draw, right? They're not going to sell as many jerseys if Tua's not in the stands that night because he's injured. And I think that it's not the main reason for him playing. I'd be willing to bet there's probably a little bit of something like that to do with it, right? Just it's a cash thing and it's sad. It's but hopefully when he does come back, he'll be back to kicking ass because they're a fun team to watch, and it's nice to be able to cheer for Tyreek Hill's talent without, you see him grab that big fucking Hail Mary fucking pass and then not being, you're just like, fuck, that was amazing. And then you're like, what did that just do to the Raiders in the standings, right? You're just, it's nice to cheer for the talent outside the division now, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah. I think they'll be all right though. They got that one quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater, right?
Yep.
So I think he played okay, for being called on the spot at the moment there. I think they're all right. Teddy Bridgewater is good enough to get you by and enough to let Tua fully recover.
Well, they got talent for Teddy to throw to, right? Like they in the backfield, like they're it's not like if it's like your typical Cleveland Browns team where you're just fucked. Your quarterback never did have anybody to throw to, didn't have anybody to hand it off to, and now he's injured. So your backup quarterback it's not that situation. And yeah, Teddy, I've been a fan of him for a bit there.
Yeah. Everyone's quiet, awfully quiet tonight. Everybody's on mute. Nobody has nothing to say. I think they put it on mute because we were talking football. But let's change the subject.
All right.
I think we want to talk about some knitting. So, any of y'all know how to knit?
Yeah, Barefoot is putting on some. She's knitting some socks. Is that what she's doing?
I think so. No, Noob Grows is wanting us to talk some knitting. So, does anybody know how to knit? I don't know how to knit. I know how to sew. I did get my sewing license once.
I know how to make a hole in my knitting. But other than that, I can crochet.
I could crochet too. I'm a crocheting motherfucker.
I always get them mixed up. The girlfriend does one or the other, and I'll tell you what it is, and then I'll get yelled at for it being wrong.
Okay, so this is a crochet hook. So if she's using this, she's crocheting. If she's using the long bar, then she's knitting.
There's sticks. That's all I know. There's sticks.
She's knitting. So she can tell us something about this conversation right now.
Well, if she was here, she'd probably be pleased as shit to actually be here and contributing to this conversation. She'd be like, holy fuck, they're finally talking about something interesting to me. And she's not here to correct all that information. It's too bad. But she's doing some cool shit.
All I can think of, sorry to interrupt, all I can think of, if you guys ever watched the movie Fubar.
Yep.
Okay. You better try another sport like knitting.
No. Fucked up beyond all right.
If you guys have seen the movie, it'd be a lot funnier.
Yep, great movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Another great Canadian movie. Or the second one where they go to Fort Mac is great.
That's my crochet needle here.
Hey, I do the same thing.
So that's what it's all about, getting effed up. I thought it was, we even done one of those yet? Yeah, we did.
No, but let's go ahead and do one.
Fuck, we better. Fucking altered. Hilarious though. I remember, like, in the bachelor days, I would attempt sewing fucking, holes in work pants and shit like that. And I found the go-to is fishing line. I don't even fuck around with thread. Get the fishing line out and sew that shit in, and it'll fucking hold. It's life tips, life hacks from Cariboo right there. Follow me for more suggestions. I got lots.
So the Blue Jays did make the playoffs, though, didn't they?
They did.
See?
They did. And they're stomping all over the Boston Red Sox right now, 8-0 in bottom of the 6th. I got it right there.
So are they AL or NL?
They're AL, playing in the AL East. We've got the Yankees, the Boston Red Sox, us, Tampa Bay Rays, and the Baltimore Orioles. And it's typically, I would say, the hardest division in baseball the last probably 5 to 6 years, something like that. It's but you know how it is. Friggin' some teams that are good 5 years ago aren't very good this year. Now it's my team's turn to finally get my hopes up just in time to have them come crashing down when they choke in the playoffs, because I know better. Know how it is.
Is Tampa Rays, are they still in the hunt, or where are
Yep.
they at right now?
Last I saw, they were right on our asses in the wild card hunt. I think we were like 2 games up, and they were so 2 behind us, with Mariners right behind them. So they're and
Okay.
hopefully, I would love nothing more than to see them get booted the fuck out, because they just wear us out. They're so hard on us. What are we looking at here? Yeah, we're 2 games up on them. Oh wow, they're tied with Seattle, and it's showing Seattle's up on them actually. So they're 3rd in the wild card race.
So I wonder what kind of beating the stadium took, their field took with that hurricane that just touched base over there.
Oh, you know what? I never even thought about that. That's interesting, though.
Yeah. I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, that those games might. They wouldn't postpone them to the playoffs are right there. They might have to move them to a new location, though. That's their thoughts and prayers going out to everybody that's been exposed to the hurricanes. We had Fiona and Ian there, fucking shit up all over the fucking east coast of North America.
Yeah, for sure, man. Different times. I don't ever recall it being this crazy.
Yeah, I had to put in 200 square feet of shingles today back on my roof.
Yeah, I seen that. Man, that's crazy. Do you guys ever get hit like that?
Sometimes, but not this hard. This was more than usual.
I actually sniffed that. I can't believe you were talking about doing the shingles and stuff earlier, and somehow it didn't fucking clue into me that, you live on the exact opposite side of the country from me, right in Nova Scotia. How was that going through that?
Well, no, I'm in New Brunswick. Nova Scotia got hit really hard. Yeah, Nova Scotia got hit really hard right across the Canso Causeway, the Cape Breton area. Then PEI got hit a lot harder than us again. We were just on the outskirts, but we got high winds. That's what took my roof. So, but it wasn't real bad here. Just a lot of wind.
Well, glad everyone's okay. That's always a big deal.
Yeah, no, other people got a lot worse. Some people, at least I had lots of roof to put shingles back on. A lot of people don't have roofs anymore. So,
yeah, that helps in the process, I guess. I wouldn't mind going to getting shipped over to help out. Like we get storms over here in BC, and we get to go help out, ship down to help cut trees off lines and stuff like that. And I wouldn't mind going shipped over to the other side of the country or other places to help out with stuff like that. Kind of nice.
Yeah, they got. But I think there's Maine. I think New Hampshire is up on the power cruiser up on the island, and in Cape Breton helping out. Military's in.
Yeah, it's crazy times.
Yep,
Crazy
for sure.
Sure.
It's for sure. Getting worse.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, let's plug in one more dab because, it's my turn now. And I see Lee Bud joining us still. We'll do a dab for him. Doing a dab. I'm almost out, so that's always sad times. So it gets to be that kind of point in time where you're just like, do I like do like 2 or 3 decent to moderate sized dabs, or do you just go for the ginormous monster dab right off the bat? And it's kind of like you just want to do the monster giant one, right? Yeah, I thought so. All right, GB, what you got going on over there, brother? Yeah. Yeah, you.
Treat. You got treats.
Yeah, you.
Sorry, I'm fucking baked.
I can tell.
I bought him some.
Mark fucking muted himself.
And I just got ripped on for, I guess, being a Neanderthal that still uses a torch and a rig. She's got
I
this.
didn't rip on you. I said this is so much easier for me.
Oh, backtracking. Yeah, she's got the battery powered. That sounds bad. The battery powered device there. Keep her happy.
It's okay, GB. I'm all with you, buddy. I'm all about torch power.
Holy fucking Christ.
Down with that shit. Absolutely.
No.
I'm out.
That collab project jam with live rosin jam. Yeah, it works. I'm up there right now.
Yeah, I got a little bit of their diamonds left in here. Fuck with on here too, because well,
Yeah, versus what?
good stuff. Here's another one that I'm gonna have to check out. I've been made aware of an online dispensary
Fucking crazy.
that is selling their concentrates on sale at times for as low as $3 a gram. And I was like, what? And this is coming from he goes by the name Mr. Grow X on Instagram, and he's been on cannabis. He basically, I fucking trust this dude. Up until I met the cannabis community, this dude who is responsible for probably 90% of the genetics that I ever grew, because he's just an awesome guy. And every time he'd buy a pack of seeds, he would give me a couple beans to try out, right? And he's always buying from online dispensaries and shit. He had to shut down his grow for over a year because him and his wife, they bought a new property, and as they're building and all that shit, just he couldn't do the growing. So once again, he's buying from dispensaries, online, storefront, you name it, but he's looking for prices, right? Just like everyone, he lives paycheck to paycheck like a lot of us. And oftentimes he'll send me friggin' links to this website. He'll be like, oh man, check out this. And he was telling me that, so he starts off with like telling me, oh, this one's got like $3 grams of shatter and some live rosin, as their live resin, I think it was, sorry. And I was just kind of at $3 a gram, I get extremely skeptical, and this kind of like, well, how is it? And he's like, dude, it's actually really good. And when I looked at the website, what it is, most of their concentrates are in the $15 to $30 range, but they'll put some shit up on sale for this $3 or so. So gotta give it a go. So I'll let you guys know whenever they get here how that shit works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite cheap, but like, I don't know. Yeah.
But
Coming from a source you trust, sort of thing,
That exactly.
What if you said Colton had $5 gram?
The thing, I do trust him, but he also, and I got, so to be honest, like I said, he's a dispensary weed guy, and he's led me to dispensary weed that I thought wasn't very good myself. So there could be a bit of that. But it's like, I don't believe he would try and put me onto something if it wasn't great. And I forget what he's told me. He got a quarter of hash, like, and not a quarter gram, like a quarter, 7 grams of hash for just like a ridiculously cheap price, what seems to me. So that's interesting. But I'm afraid to give you guys the link in case it sucks. Then you guys will be like, oh, Cariboo told us this shitty fucking place to buy your stuff from. So I'll blow my money on it first. And if it sucks, then I'll still post a link up anyways. And I'll be like, yo, these guys fucking suck. And no, I wouldn't actually do that. It's just talking shit on a Friday night. I'm going to do a dab. Somebody talk for me for a second, please. Pretty, please.
Well, that didn't work, asking everybody to talk for you. So I have crappy weather here, and it makes me stay in the house. Is everybody else getting like weather that they don't want to cope with, and it's now putting you in a funky winter coma?
Yesterday was shit weather for us. Worked through a little bit of rain in the morning, but then in the afternoon it got nice. Doesn't seem too bad out there today. A little bit of, I don't know. It's definitely fall, but it's warm enough that you can still be out there t-shirt and some kind of stuff for a good portion of the day.
Yeah, we had like 5 days of rain, and then we had nice weather yesterday and today, but it's deceiving because it's leaving again.
Yeah, it was nice here today, and it's supposed to be nice tomorrow, but after that, we're supposed to get rain.
Yeah, we're worried about our plants here because 4 and 5 days of rain, it's just like, oh God, what are they going to look like when you're not taking care of the damn things because of the rain? I didn't see any extra effects because of the rain, which was lovely because I was expecting to go out there and see like full PM on freaking everything that I own. But it didn't get worse, so that's a good thing.
Well,
And I'm okay with that.
The only thing I have is bud rot starting.
So don't have that yet. I say yet because, you know, you always got one.
That feels better. Now, in about 30 to 45 seconds, Crazy Pop Mom, you're going to have to carry the rest of the show for us because I'm not going to be able to talk anymore because I'm not going to be very smart from about now on. So, you ate your Wheaties this morning.
Oh God, I think you should have told me that this morning. As I don't eat properly, Wheaties was like the last thing on my mind.
Well, that takes the fun out of it, though. We like to put you on the spot here, and you're just like,
Oh, I know. I feel like everybody just invites me on their show to put me on the spot and make me look stupid.
Not stupid, just awkward. Awkward.
Awkward? Okay, I'll take that.
No, we don't want people looking stupid, but we do like to have a good laugh. So that's the thing.
Hey, I remember it started with Uncle Rick asking me where the fuck I was on the goddamn planet, and I've been freaking redonkulous since then. I haven't been able to answer a damn question since then.
It's okay, and he still hasn't found you either, I'm pretty sure. He's still looking. Still at.
See, that's why I didn't tell him.
Yeah, no, I just think if it'd be funny if you get a big enough map where you could actually kind of get all the pins in there for each person that we have.
Like with little bobbleheads, right? Like we just like little bobblehead on his wall.
That would be cool because I was kind of thinking about that. I remember back when he first started talking about that kind of stuff. I was like, wow, if you did that and just like had like say redheaded fucking pins or whatever for every person on there, I was like, but on most maps, as soon as you get like, say, especially in like a smaller state like Rhode Island where Profit is, if you had like Profit and like two other people, you're gonna run out of space for pins somewhere like Illinois, where I don't know if it's a very big state or not, but it's we got a lot of people in Illinois, so it'd be also.
Stop it!
Shit, so we got Sniff taking over for Uncle Rick nowadays. We needed to get somebody with the barky yap dogs in the background. Sniff is just like, I am your man. He's all over that shit. Cheers, Cam the Cannaman. Oh, Noof, I see you in there, brother. Great to see you. High and tight. Val Potheads, great to see you.
Hi, chat room people.
Oh, shit. And then we get Blue Kiss coming to hang out. Blue Kiss, how? No, not Blue Kiss.
Hey, how you doing? My sound level okay?
Yeah, you sound good.
Okay, good.
So how's things? How was your week?
Oh, good. I'm sorry. I got dab distracted.
It's all good. All good.
Pretty good.
Abstracted.
I've been dab distracted. Let me do this dab, and then I'll answer any questions. Well, almost any questions you want.
Oh man, almost in there.
We got to
Yeah, I had
think
to
of the tough ones
qualify
now.
it.
See, Blue Kiss is here to save me from having to do the show all by myself.
Exactly. I wasn't going to come in, and I went, you know what? What a bunch of freaking wallflowers.
My company's gone now, so I'm good.
Oh, did we chase him off? This guy's like,
No,
fuck.
no.
No, but you're still high as fuck.
Right?
Yeah.
That's
I
okay.
am very baked. Loving it though.
Good time to be. Good time to be. Good way to be. It's I love it when you just start smoking first thing in the morning and you just get that really
It's
super
so
fun
loud.
times. Good times. So what are you dabbing on, Blue Kiss?
Gorilla Glue.
Yes.
Dinkman
Nice.
Dams.
That sounds good. That sounds good. And I hear Dank Van Dan does some pretty badass dabs too. So
He does. When we were at the Booth Fest, of course, Paula had her dabs there, and she was generously sharing. But, sorry, I got a hair in my mouth. Then I brought out my little case of little box of dabs here. Oh shit! Little toolbox, little. Actually, it was a fishing box my daughter gave me. So brought that out and brought out Dan's stuff, and somebody out loud, which I thought was kind of weird, said, "Ooh, you got the good stuff." But Paula's stuff was good too, but I will say it was a little dirtier than Dan's because it chats me up a little bit on the doctor, but it was so good. No complaints on that.
well, that's great to hear. Great to hear.
I mean, for $5.
Yeah. Yeah, well, not bad at all. Any plans for the weekend?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I'm gonna tomorrow sometime because my daughter cannot plan anymore because she's got a baby. I'm gonna go spend time with my granddaughter while they go do whatever away from her.
Nice.
And then the rest of the day it's gonna be de-leaf, 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 and a little more de-leaf, de-leaf, de-leaf. I'm coming into my kind of rounding the corner and coming into the home stretch on my plants.
Nice, nice.
Yep. I'm real happy about that.
That's great.
Did not do any mushrooms tonight because I did it 3 days in a row over the weekend. What a long, strange trip that was.
I hear there was some pretty good mushroom doing last weekend there. I heard couple pretty good stories.
I think what happens on the river should mostly stay on the river.
I think that's probably right. Too hot for TV.
First, you wouldn't half believe my story. She'd think it was all embellished, but no. And yeah, I tried to get Prophet on here so he could tell his truth, but I don't see him anywhere. Maybe next week.
Yeah, well, I was actually thinking about calling him because he never shows up anymore, and I always miss him. And it seemed like it kind of inconvenienced him the last time that we called him out of the blue, which is always a good time. But I think he was sleeping, and that was the inconvenience.
Well, I did put it out there on Discord that it should be nice to see him tonight, but shit happens. He might have had plans by then anyway. So
we talked to him in Discord today, actually, for a little while.
Yeah, he said he was having a good day today.
Yeah, he seemed to be.
Fuck! I just found out it's new bag of weed day today, guys. How exciting is that?
Found out what?
New bag of weed day today. Very exciting. All I had to do was look at my phone. Imagine that. Although I looked at my phone lots today and it didn't tell me that all day long. Oh, here's Raider.
Hey,
Sorry about
Reader.
that. Hey, Lucas, how's it going? How you
Good.
doing?
How's it going with you?
Ah, just here chilling, doing my thing. Hey, I seen those pictures you posted earlier. Awesome looking garden.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, they're coming in. You know. Yeah, I promised
Yeah.
Chad a long time ago I'd put up my butt chugging pictures, and I just never do. And so I went, well, you know what? Quick snap a picture at the end of the day so Chad can be happy.
So I like the setup. I like the how you have the kiddie pool, and then what size gallon pot are those?
The ones on the kiddie pool are 65.
Wow,
Yeah, they just fit
awesome.
perfectly on top. And then I've got the black, I would say corrugated piping. That's, I don't know, 4 inches.
Uh-huh.
For drainage. They're drainage pipes, plastic drainage pipes. And I've got those circled inside to kind of make a bigger reservoir. And then I hydrogen on the top of them. And voila.
Yeah, that looks freaking awesome. I was like, oh damn, like, hell yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah.
In July, it did not look like shit was going to come together. I was panicking, but help.
No, it's looking great. It looks like it's something like that you would see out in California probably. That's what it reminded me, like Mendocino type.
Yeah,
And I was like,
they're pretty bulky, and
yeah.
not a one of those plants got topped. Not a one.
Really? That's interesting.
None of my plants, because they got started so late because I had my health issues. So then I dawdled, and then I got them going, and then I got them in the Dixie cups, and then I had to up pot to the next size, and that's where I ran into a little bit of a problem. Was up potting from the Dixie cups to the, I don't know, 3 gallon maybe. And Spartan came out. Shout out to Spartan Grown and Anything Grown. Anything Grows. And both of them did. They just sat there and said, sit down, old lady, we'll do this. And they did it. And I was so grateful because it put me, I felt so far behind at that point that it put me back on the correct track to go further and finish to where I am now. And I will always be so grateful for that little boost at the right moment.
Yeah, that was really awesome of them to do that for you.
Yeah, that's what community is about. That's why we have community and try to build community. And I know you guys in Canada are spread out so far. And it's really hard to, just to get together. I mean, look at the logistics just to get together. But Michigan is unique in that we've got enough people within a 200-mile circumference that, it's a little bit of a drive, but not so horrible that you can't do it and spend a day. And
was I the first one to do a miniature booth meet when I went and seen Crazy Pop Mom?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
We planted the seed, Crazy Pop Mom. Whoop, whoop.
Yep. I know. It's exciting, right?
Meetups are fun. I've done them for different other things. Chow enthusiasts. We had a meetup,
I've never done that before. G-Bay was the first one I trusted to be like, yeah, you know what? I live in this area. And then I was like, well, for you to come see me, I kind of got to tell you where I live. So I was like, dude, I'm putting all my trust in the world in you. So you better not screw us over and kill us in the trail. You know what I mean?
Gee, that's so cute.
Don't eat me
with not a raper status.
Right? I do, because he had me and my sister. He could have done some shit.
Yeah, I would have had a freezer full.
No, I mean that shit's for real though. Crazy Pop Mom, I can understand that. There's a lot of crazy fucking weirdos out there, and just because someone presents themselves as an amazing human being online doesn't mean that they are, right? Yeah, you got that facade. So that's cool. I remember when G-Bay did that one. It was
some people were calling me out on it. They're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Hey, man, the only people I really trust are the Canada community."
I'm with
So-
you. I was had the pleasure of getting to meet Hurton Albertan and his family. Not the summer coming out of the last summer there in Jasper. We got to tour around some waterfalls and shit like that, and some touristy stuff. That was fucking amazing. And but like, and speaking of like Lucas, you mentioned the 200 mile radius. The only person I could get to within that radius is Joel Scott. Everyone else in that, you're looking at closer to like 400 or 500 mile radius, right? To be able to get to anyone. So it's
What's the cat?
This is my
It's
spirit
shocking.
animal eating Raiders pizza over the weekend.
That's what
Shredder. That is fantastic.
all day
Shredder's
long.
gonna help.
Like a bird, I like that.
Shredder's making fun of me.
It's funny because I turned around to see who was in chat, and I saw High and Tight was there. I was just going to turn around and say, "Hey, come on onto the panel," and he was popping on. Hey, dude, how you doing?
I'm good. I was just trying to figure this shit out on my phone. And I said, "Fuck it. I'm just gonna get on the laptop and go from there." How you guys doing?
Yeah, that's what I did too. This is my first time on StreamYard.
Yes.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well, fuck, we should do a dab for that then, because
do a
hey,
dab.
we like
yeah,
dab.
that sounds right to me.
And actually, you know what? We might even, if I look for it, I might be able to find something here.
Try a little garlic cocktail this time.
Check this out.
Nice.
I'm not a real big fan of garlic, but I do like this garlic cocktail.
This one right here is going back to when you busted your hip there, Blue Kiss. Get a dab from it. And I don't believe shit, so yeah, we love it.
We were so triggered, man. When we were doing the drum circle, Paula was doing the dab frog.
That was pretty cool.
So how's everybody doing? Lucas, how are you? I saw you were able to stop by with Anything Girls in Spartan after the meetup on Sunday.
Oh yeah. After that, what was the deal is if I had just, because I was going to visit, I knew I was going to visit because I owed them a good visit. And so I knew I was going to hang out a couple hours. And then I looked at the weather coming through, and there was a storm coming down the west side of the state. And I said, I'm not driving through it because I'd have to drive straight up it. Of course, I don't know how fast it was passing, but still. So I stayed for the show. And then I left after the show. But then coming out of frickin' Chicago, when I had to wing up into Michigan, they winged me okay up into Michigan, but instead of going west, they sent me east because Holland, which is on the west side, had a huge construction thing going, and they tried to do that to me on the way out. I should have remembered.
Oh no.
So I went about 20 minutes out of my way going home. I looked, they wanted to send me to Kalamazoo. Kalamazoo's in the freaking middle.
What the fuck?
Freaking middle.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you. So thumb always faces left, right?
Yeah, the right hand, right, Miss Michigan is the right hand.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's
then-
wrong for us, but right on the TV screen it should be. Let me see.
So would you say that you were somewhere around here?
I live over here, and I was coming in over toward the middle. So instead of following up the show, they were sending me into the middle of the state, and if I could have kept going, I would have hit Lansing. I said,
No,
Jesus
shit.
Christ, you people.
At that point, you might as well should have just woken people up, go to drive up in the driveway and flash the high beams.
Well, then I stopped off when I realized what they were doing at an all-night gas station, didn't look at my gas gauge, recalculated enough I want, and then about 10 minutes in, I looked down and I was close to E. Wow. And there I was in the fucking woods, and I'm going, okay, I see how this is gonna go. It was an odyssey, a fucking odyssey. I just kept getting high.
Cheers, Donner Dan.
Yeah, I ended up in Allegan. It's a little bedroom
Cheers, dang man,
community.
Dan.
Yeah, a little bedroom community, and pissing behind the dumpster at 5 o'clock in the morning because nothing's open. And I had to pee, and I was at the gas station they sent me to. They said was open, and I was like, "Motherfuckers!"
That is fucking
one. Got the hell out of Allegan. I made it home, and that's what matters.
Glad you made it home, and like right now. Oh, so check this shit out, guys. So I went out to go check the shop, and this fucking wind took one panel of my roof and just folded it over.
Oh.
Fucking the screws just like popped right out. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'm questioning myself, like, did I screw all the way down the panel to the edge of the actual roof, or did I just like screw it halfway down and say, fuck it, I'm done? Because that was the very last panel I put on from the side that it was on. So I don't remember off the top of my head if I went in there and just like all the way down that last panel. So I'm like, motherfucker. So tomorrow, hopefully there's like 10 minutes of maybe a little bit of slower wind so I can go up there and go. This is bullshit.
Hey, that's what happens when you cut corners, man.
I wouldn't necessarily say cut corners. I would say along the lines of I might have forgotten the last panel to screw it in because I needed to get the ladder, move it from one side of the shop all the way to the other, climb up, reach to the panel where they meet and overlap and go. And I'm pretty sure I forgot that part. So now that
like not cut corners so much as neglected to do it correctly in the first
I wouldn't say neglected to do it correctly. I would
That's
say
cutting corners.
I wouldn't say neglected to do it correctly or cut corners. I would just say I might have had one joint too many on a very hot day and said, fuck this, I'm going inside.
Hey,
I was about to suggest that.
Well, no, that's not cutting corners. That's you had safety in mind, safety meeting, right? So you had to get blazed up for the safety.
It was all
meeting.
safety concerns, man.
Not your
because
fault the meeting
heat stress,
took the rest
don't
of the
wanna suffer
fucking
from
week
heat
and into
stress.
the windstorm. I see. This is not your fault at all, high and tight. Not at all. I got you.
It just happens, man. You know, we weren't supposed to be getting this hurricane. It was supposed to hit Florida and go out, but Florida decided to just share the gift that keeps on giving. Fuck you,
You
Florida.
got herpes from them too? Fuck yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
man, there's fucking herpes in that water. Nobody drink it. Nobody open your mouth when you go outside in this rain.
Why are you going to open your mouth?
I was like all hoping for a bath when I went out in that water. Gonna like scrub up my ass crack and shit like that, but not now. There might be herpes in there. That hurt.
Fucking hurt. Like herpes from your on your ass crack from north to south, bro. You don't want it.
Yeah, I don't. That sounds scary.
But you don't want it from south to north either, for that matter. I mean,
That's right. Cheers, y'all, man. Good session with y'all.
cheers, buddy.
So, like now that we got the bulk of the Raider Nation here, can we like send them some like good juju maybe, and like get them to maybe possibly win a game this season? Is this the week we find? Actually, I don't even know who we play. Who do we got coming up?
We got the Broncos.
That's interesting,
Right? I believe it's the Broncos.
Well, I believe our offense is better than their defense.
I believe our offense is better than every other team out there, but we're also 3-0 now. I mean 0-3. I'm sorry.
Oh, do you know what we need? We need that dude from that meme thingy that I was sending you guys on the DMs. We need him as our fucking on our D line,
Right?
because ain't nobody holding that guy back. There's
Man,
I don't know, a meme or a short. I guess it's a short video, not actually a meme. But I sent this one to Frank and a few other people. But what it is, it's a dude that's walking down the street. All of a sudden, he just fucks off and charges out a fucking car and runs into it head first. And you're just like, holy shit, did he just do that? And then he gets up, fucking starts, and you're just like, I can't believe he's walking. And then he runs in another fucking car and does it again. And you're just like, and he gets up again and keeps walking. I'm just like, holy shit, that is the best defensive player in all of sports, period. And we need him on the Raiders. And he'll play for math. I guarantee it. Bath salts.
he would get between every O lineman and just spear the fucking QB. Just like, here I come, bro. He'd be smaller than every player out there and still like take him out.
Well, and have you ever chased a crackhead before? You fucking them are hard to catch, so you know how wiry he'd be. He just like fucking right through everyone.
What do you do for fun?
What's that?
Chasing crackheads. What do you do for fun?
Because you ain't catching them.
Because you ain't catching them.
Diggity dang! Shout out, bro.
At least you gotta chase the
Raider.
Cardio conditioning is what it is. It's like, you know how when you see some people chase the chicken and stuff like that. No, well, we don't have chickens in my area. We got crackheads. So. But no, wouldn't that guy be the bomb? Like, imagine him friggin' like spearing friggin' well, any fucking quarterback, Russell Wilson, because he plays for the Broncos. That'd be amazing.
I seen what Thunder Dan said in chat. So is that why that Blue Dream won't finish, Thunder Dan?
Right? It's a mess in the rain from Florida. Just getting that Blue Dream out there to its real potential. Giving that extra ingredient for that mental high, that real psychoactive high.
I see there's one here from Johnny Blaze. I don't have the straight afterglow. I've got a couple of buckets, the Wombat and the Fluffhead. I think those are both hitting about week 7-ish now. And they're just kind of now starting to throw off the smells. I don't even know how to describe the Fluffhead. I got to think about that one. And the Wombat is definitely got some citrus. Can't tell what kind of citrus it is yet, with maybe a bit of oil spill on the back end right now. So we'll monitor that closely.
Can I take a second and say I just did a garlic cocktail dab from Dinkman Dan, and it's not something I would have bought because I'm not really a big fan of garlic, but he recommended it because I asked him what he would buy, what he would get if it was his, him buying it. And spot on, Dinkman Dan, spot on. That shit is good.
Yeah, I was able to try the Banana Daddy that Blue Kiss brought and the GG4 as well. Dude, on the GG4 still blows my mind how like fucking good it is, dude. Like how much it dumbs too. Like your feedback on it. I would never I would have never guessed it. GG4 is actually has the potential to be a great washer, because I've always hear people just smoking the flower of it because it's good medicine.
So good, yeah.
But then Dankman Dan fucking took it to the next level and provided some quality solventless hash rosin, and I've had it a year ago, and I had it at this meetup. Until this day, it's still fucking amazing. Great work, dude. It only gets better.
And mine was a little bit degraded because I don't take care of mine very well, and it still rocks.
And it still fucking rocks. The Banana Daddy, I had asked him, oh shit, Top Chat got him. Cam the Cannon Man. Top Chat got you, bro. I saw that. But that's another dab. But the Banana Daddy, he had the concern of it drying out a little bit faster than others, and I was just I thought that was just something like maybe I might have neglected and cut corners, maybe allegedly during that wash, and that's why it might have
got
came out dry. Neglected and cut corners,
much like the rough.
But no, it's fucking it was good to see that I was able to get the flavor just to transfer as well, if not or as close, if not as well as I think Mandan did. And it just all goes to show that you have a good phenotype out there, and she'll fucking put in the work for you. All I gotta do is just
work
run her through the motion.
Yeah. Do your taffy pull.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh,
Cheers, buddy.
shout out to Kitty Bad Kitty and the Good Weed Company. They sent a shine glass bowl. This shit is solid black with like a little white accent on it. 14 mil glass, and this thing is fucking sweet, dude.
Hell yeah.
And now I need a new bowl to match it. Our new piece.
Ooh.
Oh darn.
I like when you get a good excuse to go and buy a new piece.
Dude,
I'll justify it, but
it's black and white. I dare say almost black and silver. I gotta get a new piece to match it, bro. You know what I'm saying? It is football season. Go Raiders. Go Raiders.
Well, what happens if you get a new rig and all of a sudden the Raiders get hot?
That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Just like straight
I don't want to accept that responsibility. So, therefore, they're going to get their heads out of their asses. Management and coaching staff are going to fix their shit. Because you got a Super Bowl contending team. There's no reason we're 0-3. Sorry. I love it. I love you guys.
We're in a deficit because we're that good.
I agree. There's no good reason.
I'll definitely let you know. I probably might end up stopping by that place, to be honest, because the one closer in town, I've checked their spot and they don't really have any pieces that I personally would want. So I might check the other store. So I'll let you know, bro, when I'm in the area. Hey, Diggity Dang. Question. What do you think about Derek Carr? Don't say anything, Raider. Throw that in the chat, please, good sir. But
I want to talk about Derek Carr though, but I'll
I want to see the answer first. Because we've had talks about DC. But so right now, shout out to fucking oh my goodness. Fluff. Where are you, little fucker? I know you're here somewhere. That T1000 crossed with the Jara is something. It's so good.
Jaxo or Javo.
Javo, okay. That
Jaro, right?
Jaro. Yeah.
Jaro. I would not have gotten.
I don't fucking
Jaro
know.
1000, right?
Yeah, T1000 cross with the jar or whatever.
T1000, yeah.
Excuse me.
There's only one number in a Jaro, Jaxo.
Yeah,
Jaro.
right. And that shit is fucking. I showed Buzz it. I'm like, all right, here's the thing. This is when I realized the excitement from growers who are showing off their fucking their flower, right? It's all in their trim job. The trim job and fucking Fluff showed out, guys. He brought us some tops.
Yeah, Fluff brought it. I gotta say, all of you guys' generosity. Remember when you were in school and went out for Halloween and you brought candy home and y'all dumped your candy on the bed or on the floor and y'all sorted it out and traded and that kind of shit? Much like that. Because what I did, and I warned Fluff that I was going to take more to gift to Spartan, and he was good with that. So I took a greedy amount, but yeah, just and here's this, and here's that, and here's that, and here's that, and pulling it out, it's just like, oh, here's a Snickers. Oh, I got a Butterfinger.
No Smarties. You're going for the big chocolate bars, right?
There was no Boston baked beans in the group, not at all.
Yeah. No Tootsie Rolls. No Tootsie Rolls.
No 2-cent Tootsie Rolls, man. Or whatever they are now. Well,
Would like to see that Tootsie Roll.
I'm gonna take that break for yours.
I left my grinder out in my grow, so I'm going to put that in my bowl.
Okay. Raiders over here getting like, okay.
High world
Alex,
problems.
go lay down. Now, please, thank you. It's storming. I know. I'm not.
Mine had hardly spoke to me since I've been there. They didn't even greet me when I got home. It's like, bitches, I've been gone for 4 days and didn't greet me.
I'm probably mad. Alex
They
was.
were. They were. The old one, I give her, you know, she's old. She's almost a fossil. So, you know, she kind of woke up and one-eyed me and wagged her tail a little bit. And that was that.
So,
yeah.
What? All right. Before we move on to DC real quick, Blue Kiss, out of the meetup, the Boo Fest, what were some of the things that you feel like were the better memories for you? Like someone like, boom, this is some of the things that you always remember.
Some things I'll always remember. Well, of course, Prophet's arrival and the attack of the Ents. I mean, it's not every day. You guys, camping is great and all, but when you go camping in the woods, remember there are Ents out there, and they will grab your ass and they will stab a bitch.
They'll stab.
That happened with our group. We had one gal take it to the net, which I almost, and that was the other thing when I was getting ready to leave, I had like hot dog forks, and I went to turn, and Christina was coming up to thank me for giving her RSO, and as I was turning, the fork was literally at her neck, about not very far, and I about shit myself. I thought I was going to do a double stab on her again.
What the
fuck? So that was quite the memory. The drum circle was a really great memory. I loved the drum circle. I wish we had done it for longer, but we're still fucking high. And of course, climbing the rocks, that was great. If anybody that didn't climb the rocks when they were there just went home, missed a really great opportunity.
Yeah, a few people went off campsite to go explore some of the gardens, the caves at the local area, right?
Well, yeah. And it happened, it's Johnny's home stomping grounds. And he had a guy named Ron, shout out to Ron, who knew the ins and outs. He was the driver, and he just popped through there and knew exactly where he was going. He used to work with the fire department in that county, so if he doesn't know the roads, I don't know who will. So, I felt very secure in that he was going to get us there and get us back and not get us lost. And good time. It was a really
Would you
good
have felt safe if it was Johnny leading the way?
Even though Johnny pretty much does know the area, Johnny does get a little bit scattered sometimes.
Oh, yes.
We had it worked out in the truck because Ron was real close to my age. So I was grandma, Ron was grandpa, Johnny was our near-do-all son. And we had 311's kid also with us, and he was our grandson. We were trying to keep on the straight and narrow. And if we got pulled over and the cops smelled dope, it was going to be, officer, we try to keep Johnny off of it, obviously, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Johnny was down for it.
Johnny's he's a wild man.
He's a wild child, man.
He is, dude. That is fucking hilarious.
He is. And the last night he wore these straight pajamas. He kind of looked like
where Waldo jammies? Oh,
yeah, a cross between Waldo and a guy going to prison. I don't know how, because it was tops and bottoms.
I full blown thought he came down in a onesie, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
Yeah, that's correct, Thunder Dan. That is correct.
You're right. You're right. Yeah. I love it. It was a good fucking time. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. There's more than a few people actually pulled myself to the side to take the time to say, "Hey, I really needed this, and I thank you for being able to put this all together." And I was like, Paula, shout out to Paula. I know she's calling it an early night tonight, but she's the one who found the spot, and she she did the work and put the time in to find it, so it's fucking great. And I can't wait for the next one. You know,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a very, very great time.
As locations go, it was secluded, but not out of the way, so you couldn't find it. So yeah, nobody else was there besides us, pretty much. So we didn't have to watch your behavior, which may or may not have been a good thing. I don't know, but we didn't watch our behavior. Ooh, easy.
I'm actually I don't know. You want to talk about it right now, Raider, or wait until we get more details?
Yeah, let's just wait.
Let's just wait. All right. We have some good news coming out here pretty soon for everybody in the community, especially the southern eastern section. We're keep out, look for details. We're gonna try to put another thing together down here in the Virginia area.
Where it's still warm in the wintertime.
Oh, absolutely.
That definitely rules Canada out. Damn. I thought we were in the running there for a second.
You are. All you gotta do is buy a ticket.
There you go.
Start your GoFundMe now, buddy, because it'll be expensive.
Starting in August, I think it's like August 23rd is like the secret the secret start of the holiday for like the discount prices for plane tickets.
Really?
So yeah, August 23rd, they'll drop down the price of all plane tickets, so that way they can gradually increase it when the holidays come.
Yeah.
So if you ever want to buy tickets during the holidays, get it around mid-August. Convicted Waldo finds you. Bro, so Johnny came down in his suit and his PJs, and I totally thought it was a onesie. I was dying laughing when I saw it, and then he's like, no, it's a two-piece in his loud voice, and I'm like, oh, damn it. You gotta ruin it.
But you know how wiry he is, so there he is, kind of like a long-haired Leapinoma situation without the long hair. Just like, holy fuck. He went all out on them PJs.
All right, that was fucking good times.
You know, what's funny is Johnny's like in his 50s, but he acts like a 20-year-old, you know?
He's got the energy of
whatever you have fun with, go with it. And if somebody doesn't understand, that's not your worry. That's their problem. Just do it.
Yeah, no, but it's all you know what's funny though is Johnny's always so happy about it. Like he's all positive about everything he's doing, and it just makes it even better, right? So no, that's cool. He's able to do that.
Actually, at the Rocks, you know, he was so conciliatory towards me because my leg is healed, but it's been flaring really bad, and I've been real limpy, and especially just because I was roughing it the weekend, you know, and so he was, you know, oh yeah, I hear you. You don't have to go all the way up the trail, blah blah blah, and I couldn't get it across that I could still step up as long as I didn't take huge big steps with my left leg and you try to shove my weight on top of it, you know, lever it over. And most of the steps were like walking on just little gentle 4-inch steps. But we had one point, and Johnny did go up the face of one rock face it. I just went around it to the point and took a picture of them up on the face. And then on the next one where they could go up inside one of the rocks, he started to go up at his hands because his hands are fucked if he couldn't do it. So he became one of the old people with me. But he was really shocked that I could do as much as I did. It was just a matter of my left leg being not the lead leg for all the work.
Well, that's good. I mean, you made it out, you know, alive, right? So you did something right. It's not like you were out there stumbling.
Yeah, you know, you get to an age, I have the will to do stuff. I think about, you know, when I'm pushing my cart, like kicking my heels up, and I'm like, are you fucking crazy? But I imagine myself doing it. I can see myself doing it. And you cannot fucking do that.
That's funny you say that because I go through that all the time. Like, things I was able to do in my 20s, I can no longer do that, right?
Yeah, you
I'll
think
be
you
stupid,
want to do it.
and I'll be stupid to even try to do anything like that, right?
You're
Like
still
I
young
just,
then.
yeah. I
That's how
don't
you know
want
you're
no,
still young.
yeah,
You're
no.
not so young you can do the little foot kick. No heel click. But yeah, it was a good time. I suggest anybody. I mean, the Michigan people had a withdrawal this year because no Luzerne. I mean, last year Luzerne was our get together basically, and even though it was a commercial endeavor, it really wasn't that big a commercial endeavor as it goes. It was pretty small peanuts, and had a good time, really good time, and
yeah, Luzerne, I remember that was actually the first time I met you in person. It was fucking
yeah.
great. It's Luzerne. Yeah, Luzerne was was like, someone brought a jar of
Someone brought a jar.
Everybody brought a jar, but someone brought a jar of mushies that were a lot stronger than
there was a lot of mushroom.
She was opening the jar. She's like, "Take them. They're so strong."
Oh, okay. I'll take extra.
Yeah. So that was a good time, and then it was mainly caregivers. That was the best part about it, and it was on a camping site, a private event at a campsite open to the public. So when we were vending, where our vending 10 by 10 was at, our campsite was right behind it. And that just made the whole experience so much better because your neighbors are the other vendors. And then after everybody leaves, when you're having a bonfire, you're just chilling, just chilling and networking with all the other caregivers around the state. And it's just good times. So not having that up in Michigan this year, I bet, because we were looking forward to it down here too, to be able to go right up. And I was trying to stay in touch with the coordinator who was doing it, and he said he just wasn't doing it because of I guess the owner didn't want it there anymore, or just it didn't work out. I don't know, some
liability bullshit.
Yeah, so they were like, all right, left it alone.
I did go to Jumps Genetics this year twice, and I overnighted at Camp Harim, and that was a good time too. But the difference between those and I camped at Jumps Genetics the first time, the difference was the group size of people I knew was much smaller. At Luzerne, I knew probably 18 people, where at those other events I knew maybe 6 or 8. And I wasn't camping with all those people either, only 4 of them. So, that is the difference. I mean, I still have fun, but, it's not the big event like what we just did for sure.
Yeah. And we're going to, once I get more details, we're going to throw the information out there for everybody. And I can't wait for the next one because I think it breaks people out of their social anxiety bubble.
It does.
Makes sense.
Yeah. There are a lot of shy people in our community, even though it's a video community. There's a lot of shy people out there that it's hard to be outgoing. But I'll tell you what, if you've got a wife, bring her along. She can be pretty helpful in that regard too, because I enjoyed meeting the wives, same as the growers. So,
hey, some of the wives are the growers, while the husbands are just
Or if they're not growing, they're helping in a marketing way of some kind or whatever the case may be. You know?
I enjoy the idea of having more women in cannabis, just female growers be more out and open, because let's be honest, female growers are better than male growers every day of the week because of
they're just different. We're different.
It's just they put a different type of love. Have you ever heard? Like,
I put my plants out and I put, I love them and I don't do a lot to them. I make sure they don't get ate up by bugs. Make sure my predators and my infestations or whatever you want to call them are balanced and controlled. And really, they don't need me to do anything but protect them from. I have given them their correct start, and I talk to them every day, and I keep the bad juju out of my garden too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
Women are just better nurturers. We'll say that.
Growers?
From my time and day, anyways. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Things are equaling them now.
They're born with that, you know. I mean, it's in them. It's the mother thing inside them, right? That's the way they're born.
All right. I apologize for my statement. One is not a better grower than the other. We're just all learning together to be better growers.
We're different kinds of growers. We grow from a different or more intuitive feel. Where somebody else might be going more toward, go for the top shelf. I mean, I don't not go for the top shelf, but I do not stress about going for the top shelf.
Mm-hmm.
I just try to grow the best plant I can without breaking my bank, and I never grow anything underneath a kind bud. I'll say that.
Purple thumb. My thumb may be purple, but it was green first. I like
That's
that.
right.
No, yeah, everyone's a good grower when they're just constantly learning. I apologize. I shouldn't compare.
I'm worried if I show Miss G-Baby how to grow, then I won't have the best weed in the house anymore.
I know, right? I can't have that.
I'll have no leverage anymore, man. Like, I can't do that.
He's gonna be the knowledge dropper.
GB, are you keeping secrets from your wife as far as how to grow?
100%. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. But she just doesn't want to get involved. Like, she's like, no, it's fine. Like, she's really just kind of not too busy, but she just.
Well, if she learns how your water schedule, she'll have to do it.
Well, when I leave and shit, she has to, yeah. So she's getting it here and there, whether she likes it or not. But she's just happy taking the harvest. I smoke like a quarter to what she smokes, so like, most of it goes to her. So she's just happy being. She's the Q&A department, or the quality assurance, or whatever you call it.
QA, yep.
That's a good job to have.
Inspector 710.
Yeah.
I was talking to the girlfriend earlier this week about how I want her to just grab a plant, go into the seed box and grab a pack of seeds and pick one out and just go from A to Z. If you got questions, I'll help. But other than that, it's your plant to do. We got salt nutrients around if you want to do that, or we got the stuff to do a sip or whatever. We've got a million options and stuff like that. Because in a lot of it is, I'm here. I'm able to do the vast majority of the work, and for the most part, I like it that way because then I've got my own little world I can go off in and just do my thing, right? And for the most part, she's happy to just smoke the fruits of those labors, and it's a pretty good life. But there is the going out of town factor and stuff like that. Or there is times where there's times where you get a little bit behind and then I'm in here for a day or two. And you guys have told me I'm not playing with big space kind of, right? But as soon as we move into new living conditions, we're looking for a place specifically with enough area that we can have 2 or 3 full-size tents going. for the bloom and stuff like that. And it'll get to the point where I will need help. I won't always be able to keep it all under wraps, stuff like that. So it's like, you know what? Here's a great way. Here, we'll just, and I think she's decided UK cheese. She's going to pop feminized UK cheese. And there's, I forget the name of it. It's a really dark purple auto flower that we had ordered when we made a seed order about a year ago. And I got to thinking about this, and it's a lot of fun. I won't be able to not pop seeds. If she's popping seeds, I'll be like, oh my boy, I got to do this. So I was like, well, I started thinking about those end games that I got from Noob, and I was like, well, I can't do those unless I do Raiders. So it'll probably be like an end game, and then those Fire 2.0s that Raiders sent me. But anyways, this is a roundabout way of saying, I started thinking about like doing some kind of like growers competition, and we've talked about this a few times somewhat recently. We haven't done one in a while, so what's the next one that we should do? It'd be just a fun way to get people like that into it, and it's a good excuse for us to pop more seeds in about whenever we decide to get around to that. What do you guys figure? Down for some sort of competition?
Always up for a friendly competition for sure.
Because
what are you thinking?
Well, at first I was like, let's, we can do the best auto or whatever and stuff like that. I was like, I don't know, do we want to do like actual categories though, so that we can have as many people included as we can? If you want to do autos, go for it. If you want to do a feminized photo or whatever, a reg photo, whatever your deal is, just let's have fun. We could even potentially think about doing a clone, or turn it into a clone only thing. Because if you're doing it by clone, you already know what you got, and you're like, this is the best looking plant in my bunch. This is the one that I can make look sexy as fuck. So we could do something like that and have fun with it. That's an angle I don't think we've approached. Usually we approach it with we're gonna grow shitty plants and we're gonna sit here and make fun of them, and then but what really happens is everyone's secretly actually putting hard work into it and trying to make them look good, right? So we could there's a few different ways we could go at this. What do y'all figure?
Whoopsie.
Yeah, I'm game, man. I think really we need to find like a topic, right? Like a couple of years ago, Opie had the solo cup challenge going on cannabis, right? So maybe we could follow those type of guidelines and say we could do maybe a 1 gallon or a 3 gallon fabric pot challenge, and everybody germinate about the same time. We got 72 hours to get them wet and whatnot, and we'll just follow some guidelines and make sure everybody's on the same page, and start date and finish date type deal.
I think it'd be a lot of fun. Be a lot of fun. Now, do we want to go? Do we want to stick to like one thing and just do an auto or just do a photo? Or do we want to try and have kind of different categories in there just to see?
I think we need to play it safe, because then a lot of people don't have, unless they do multiple entries, right? But if you go regular, and you do one bean, you're like, okay, it's a 50-50, right? So do we want to go feminized or do we want to go autos?
I would suggest feminized if you're going to do photo period. It's because of that, right? You don't know what you're going to get. I would pop some feminized seeds myself, but it's at the same time, if someone, because this is another one that we've talked about. I think it was maybe B's suggested we should have like a best male competition, growing competition, just for the sheer what the fuck factor. Nobody does that stupid shit, right? And then I think with the general consensus was very quickly, I don't think anybody will go for that.
Well, if you're doing that, you're pretty much flirting with the breeding project, right?
Well, and you're looking for trouble.
Yeah. I really like that idea. That's something I can get behind.
Yeah, you like that one?
You said grow a male competition, right? Like
Yep,
the best looking
yeah.
male? Yeah.
That's something that we batted around in the past.
100%.
There's
I'm
only
down.
so there's only one way to find out if it's a male. You know that, right?
Oh yeah.
All right.
That's it. We just shut down the flower tent. I've had a male in this tent and a flowering session going on in the other tent, and very minimal contamination because I was in there myself with a Q-tip fucking around like an idiot. But we can sneak a male in the 4x4, the 2x4. Oh yeah.
It could be fun. I think, yeah. Well, okay. So this makes me think that it might be best if we do go for categories and things, because I could see Raider looks like he's just like, you guys are fucking crazy. Almost has that look.
I think you might have
Okay,
just
so
been making
then
a
this
dig at.
sounds, this sounds like a breeding challenge now.
Well, yes and no. I just think that if you're gonna enter it, if we're gonna do this best male competition, I think if you're smart, you'll have some females lined up all around it, and then that could be really cool just to see what comes from that too. And because you're right, if you're fucking around with males and that is the intentions of what you're doing, like why wouldn't you want to throw some some of his pollen, let him spooge on some lovely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down for whatever, man.
I'm looking at Chad's comment here about pollinating his garage from a room down the hall, and I'm like, no, we don't want. A lot of people don't want that for their garden.
See, and I think this is.
It will happen, though. It will happen.
Yeah, you got to have a lot of negative air pressure going on. Like I had a fan basically vacuuming that tent constantly, so anything that fell off was just. So hopefully my neighbors weren't growing, but no.
This one say to that one, what stays on the shit or happens on the shit show stays on the shit show, Aldridge.
All these always got the best comments.
If I remember correctly, Caribou, you said you wanted to be more active on cannabis, right?
Yep.
Why not throw a poll on cannabis and put a link on this episode and see what the community decides what we should do?
You know, it's funny because the next thought, okay, so I'm going to be honest. I've been thinking about this shit all day. It wasn't just a spur of the moment thing right here. I was thinking about reaching out to Q Grows, and one of my exact thoughts on this was Opie's Solo Cup Challenge that we did about 2 years ago there, and I love that. I also like the idea of opening it up to different ideas too. Like I do like the best male challenge, because as a closet pollen chucker who, I've not done anything amazing, but I've made a few decent things. But I know a few people in this that in the chat here, like Westport, he's got a few things that he's going playing with pollen stuff like that. Adam, like that. Who else likes to do this stuff? And are you willing to post pictures, or let's do autos? Autos are always fun to play with. So it's, I don't know, let's just, what do people think?
I'm game.
Raiders down. Raiders always because he's Raider Nation, baby. Absolutely.
That's the way we roll, man.
Yeah. All right. So we'll put some thought into this, and I don't know, see about, it's like September now. I guess it's practically October. Let's look to gear something up for Halloween. Right? Halloween's a fucking awesome day. So we'll look to fucking either have a clone in or a seed drop by Halloween. There's lots of chance to think of stuff.
Hear me out.
Okay.
Is it possible when you carve out a pumpkin, right? Fill that bitch up with soil and put a seed in it?
Oh, shit.
Is that a thing? Can that happen?
I think it
will degrade.
Gross fast.
No, I'm thinking that it might provide I don't know what's in a pumpkin shell, but grow it outside on the ground so that. Oh no, you can't because you got to do it. I guess.
Yeah.
do it on a pot full of soil, so when it does rot, it just kind of bleh. Because that would probably provide something. I don't know if it would be beneficial, but it would provide something. It would do something.
Yeah.
Now you got me
It'll
thinking.
be something good.
It would be something weird.
Well, because I've pumpkin ferment and stuff like that.
It'll definitely
about
rot
that
before harvest.
online. So there could be something there.
But would it provide
if
a
I would
food
necessarily
source?
want to gut the pumpkin all that much, I would freaking leave all that good shit in there. Somebody's got to do this so that we can know who's willing to donate their indoor grow space.
I volunteer to not do it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Fair
That's
enough.
like calling not bitch when somebody's got to sit in the center back seat, right?
Yeah, so when somebody does, let's put it this way. I got some autos. Shout out to Hypathetical. I'll donate some autos if someone wants to try it.
I heard you from the other room talk about the pumpkin.
Yeah.
That does work. In fact, I bought some succulents to make a pumpkin planter, succulents on top kind of deal. But having said that, I don't know how long that pumpkin would last, but get you through 60 days because we're assuming you're going to keep it warm. And once you hollow out that pumpkin, you start the rot process. So it's good drainage for sure. Put in there, drill some holes in the bottom, but I don't know how long it would take you to. Or if there's a harder squash, you could do it too, like one of the multicolor squashes. Those tend to rot slower. So just putting it out there.
I'm looking here on Google. It says pumpkin provides calcium, potassium, and magnesium.
Oh, nothing they need.
Just throwing it out there.
Pumpkin puree for the Kelman.
Underdan's gonna throw out there. Be ashamed to get mold from the pumpkin to the plants. Not wrong, but
true.
If
those pumpkins do mold up nice when they start to go.
Yeah,
might get some mushrooms.
There you go. Mushrooms might be a better way to go.
What if you just throw some some contaminated agar plates on it?
Need some pumpkin spice weed for these basic white girls out here.
Yeah.
Spice pumpkin turd.
Oh yeah.
That one. Wouldn't be fall if somebody didn't bring that one up.
What's the name of this drink? White girl's dream.
Yeah.
No, a pumpkin spice latte.
Ugg boots.
Ugg boots.
Almost sounds like Raider's dream there. I think that's I
sounds like a next breeding project.
Well, maybe not the next breeding project, but if I ever get to grow outdoors again, I might try something like that where you can put it not in the house and grow it.
Ooh, graft a branch to the pumpkin vine. Would the pumpkin vine be too, I guess, soft?
Yeah, I think
no, dude. If you were the one posing this question right now, high and tight, I would say yes, most likely. But when I look down and I see that it was actually came out of Smiley's brain, I'm thinking, shit, this is gonna work for sure.
And I'm curious.
Giving credit to Smiley's high brain right now. Is that what you're doing?
Yep.
I'm curious because.
Okay.
Okay.
He's talking out his ass right now. He's just guessing, but you might be right.
So is the pumpkin vine almost the same texture and consistency as a watermelon vine?
Maybe.
Very similar.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they do have that same umbilical you know what I'm talking about, that kind of
thing. So
can't do it.
Man. Interesting.
You can grab cannabis to cannabis.
If you need more let me know.
I've been thinking about this now since we've been talking about growing and pumpkins and shit like that. I want to see, like, can you take a clone and drill a hole into a pumpkin and grow a clone in the pumpkin like that way, no soil at all? Or is that going to be too acidic and other smart words and like get hot when it breaks down? I see it not working, but
Parasitic wise, like, is the pumpkin still alive on a vine?
No, it's actually in a before you drill it, it is in a storing kind of curing state, for lack of a better word. Depending how old you got your pumpkin. I mean, the younger the pumpkin, the better.
I wonder if he did it while it was on the vine, if it would stay alive and let roots develop of the other plant inside, like a zombie.
Oh, that's crazy.
I don't know, because would they be getting everything they needed, or would there be a real imbalance in what they're?
Yeah, it's something someone's gonna try.
One right there.
Or it could just like suck up all the nutrients out of it, like
Shredder just like, why not drill
like
an
a
aloe vera
tapeworm.
and plug your clone?
You got that white girl dream going. I see it now.
Shit, I'm gonna try this with a really sweet fucking badass strain, and then if it works, growing it in a pumpkin or a squash, something like that, we can call it
Something that's got some cinnamon or clove terps to it.
Well, we probably find that. We're fine that I've tasted weed that has a bit of a cloveness to it before. We could find that again, I'm sure.
Yeah, they're out there.
If not, we'll just dunk it in like some Tiger Balm or something like that and tell them it's oil.
Tiger Balm.
Hey man, try anything twice.
You know, if you really think about it, the flavor profile should transfer over to the flower, man, is what I'm thinking. It's like fermentation, right?
You would think there'd be some kind of influence.
Yeah,
pumpkin
for sure.
stinks too, so they would make some dank ass weed.
You're basically putting your plant in uncomposted
basic white pumpkins.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. It'd almost be like deep water culture because it's so wet in there. Without any rotation in the liquid.
Yep.
Well, then there's like Fluff. He's not even paying attention to the conversation. We're clearly talking about putting it into pumpkins, not aloe, Fluff.
Yeah, Shredder threw in a chat earlier about throwing it in aloe.
That's actually one that I've wondered about before, and Fluff's shot that one down for me.
Well, you could do it temporarily, though.
Yeah, good for rooting. It's a good rooting.
Yeah.
Oh. So,
I
what
think
if
it's for that, bro.
I like Dr. Levialone's
No
idea.
more dabs.
I'm sorry.
No
Go ahead,
dabs.
Jimmy.
For who?
Do I hear we need a dab?
Dab?
Movie.
No dab moratorium in this house.
Oh, shit.
I'm barely staying awake here. Fluff was calling me out earlier.
Oh, hell, I'm getting my second wind.
I blinked for like 6 seconds. That's not really a blink anymore.
Also, one thing that was a memory that I'll probably never forget is I was one of the last ones to bed and one of the first ones up at the dab or booth fest, and I couldn't believe it. I just could not believe it. Bunch of sleepyheads.
Yeah, I'm usually pretty good at staying up, dude.
I don't need that much sleep. It's not all that big a trip for me. You know, I'm being a braggart about something that comes naturally. It's like going, oh, it'd be like high tech going, oh, I can't believe nobody else had bouncy curls at the thing. It was so easy. I just
You know what? I was the only one that had a solar panel on all day, and it got hot as fuck. Why am I sweating on a cold day? Oh, yeah, my solar panel's on. That's why. Gotcha.
I hear that.
Dude, so I like fucking, we just had like a whole conversation about fucking grinding and a pumpkin, and that should just float on. And I just want to just throw it out there, take a minute to say, it's fun. It's supposed to be fun. It's a hobby, right? For most of us, it's therapeutic. And why not push the boundaries just because you can?
Well, you know, it's not like you don't have the seeds to experiment.
It's not like you don't
Some
have
of you don't have the count
you
to
know,
experiment,
to fuck
but
around with.
but yeah.
Try new
So,
things. If you got some freaking, you know, weird fucking harebrained idea, give it a go. It's
I know.
like, you know, like worst thing you're gonna do is kill a plant. If it's a plant you particularly like, because you know you've been saving cuts of it, is you know you do it with one of your extra cuts that you didn't need. And if it's one of those cuts that you really do like, then you'll be able to tell if what you're doing actually is working or not because you know it so well. Like this, I kill plants all the time, guys. You hear me bitching about them. Fuck, I was just doing friggin' what I thought was going to be an F3 run of plants and fucking just killed those without. But that's because I'm stupid. Okay, I'll put that out there. Like stupid shit, I don't pay attention or water my plants or maybe put them way too close to the cannon so it gets laser beamed to death. That's what living in my house is like. Yes. It's good.
Yeah, so you know,
sometimes you just get cooked.
Yeah, like a common practice when you're taking clones is to take more than you need, right?
Yep.
So if some of them are going to get tossed to the shop floor, you know, why not fuck around and be like, let's see what you do just for fun. And if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. You're going to be trash anyways in the compost.
Yeah.
But just for fun, man. Take pictures, show it to your other friend growers, be like, check this shit out. Fucking wild, dude.
You can be like, so take pictures of all your clones in the garbage, the ones that you didn't keep, send them to your friend and be like, those could have been yours.
Right? Be like, check this, dude.
Sorry, man, I dropped yours.
Well, I always try to give my clones away when I've got extras, but it gets to the point where people are just like, oh man, like you gave me 20 this month already. And it's like, well, yeah, but I got more and they need to go somewhere. Apparently, I'm not the only one with space restrictions. Who knew?
So, Soil-Borne Addiction is doing a comment about a bunch of seeds sprouting out of a rotting pumpkin. You know, when the pumpkin rots, does that provide a food source for the seeds to be able to uptake? And
you're getting feedback, Frank.
Am I echoing? Is that me?
Echo.
Hello.
Echo.
It's not me. I'm on mute.
It's all of us, man.
Oh, it could be me. Wait a minute. What's this?
Everybody's afraid to talk now. It's like, what do we do?
I know, right? Oh, look, there it goes. We're good. But fucking weird. YouTube is trying to tell us to be like, hey guys.
Well, we're just about there.
Remixing.
YouTube, you can wait. I'm sorry, I didn't say that out loud. No,
Sniff in the background, just laughing at us. You put on a heavy echo. Watch this. A little fucking freak out.
Everybody.
Hello.
Well, then everybody gets afraid to talk.
I'm not afraid to talk. Yeah, I just talk too much.
Cheers to Skunk Cave Glassworks.
You still loving on that? That's great to see.
Oh, fuck this. Been in my pocket since the day I got it.
Awesome. Love to hear that. Put it to great use.
Back on the pipe. The weed pipe.
Raiders got his too. Great to see everybody's about that. Awesome. I don't know. I go through phases where I don't stick with pipes for very long. Like I'll use it almost out of novelty, and then it'll go and it'll sit on the shelf for indeterminate amount of time. It's joints. I just keep going back to them. Even I had my not the Dynamax, the other thing I got. The big vaporizer, desktop vaporizers. I forget name. Remember what
Volcano.
No, but like a volcano, very similar to it. From Airizer Q Extreme. That's what it is. I got that sitting like right here, and I don't use the thing. And I love it. Like the terp taste and like you get off that, and the high is just different and like so more extreme in a lot of ways because you're getting the terps and
You
not
were just
just
not
the taste.
photogenic.
It's amazing, but it's just always just goes back to joints. It's and I'll be the first to tell you, I smoke way too much, and I could absolutely be looking to go towards vaporizer, but you're not actually combusting all that.
Well, I find a lot, like, I can't say it right now because I got a big fat bowl pack that's all charred, but usually I'll just take a little pinch of bud and put it in the bowl, run the lighter over top of it. That's that.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, it's there's been periods where I'll bring a pipe with me, one of those little metal ones that you get from like the gas station kind of thing, or I'd carry that to work with me or whatever. But that's about it.
Yeah, take little bits of bud and then just roast the trichomes off it. You got to hit a couple more pipes than normal, but if you grow your own and you have fucking bags of the shit, you can. That's the whole point, right?
I like that. Yeah, that's. I can't wait till we're into a bigger place and we actually can start filling those lulls again. We just did. I cut a golden goat yesterday morning, I think it was, and that's like the first thing we've cut in about 5 weeks. And in that 5 weeks, you pretty much run everything out. It's just like, I need to just the restrictions. It's we all play the space restriction games, and I'm just bitching about it. That's all. But it is looking to be about time to get out of here. Before we do that, though, let's play a little quick video. If I can say hi to our kick-ass sponsors, Hypathetical Genetics, Sticky Macro Photography.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Shit shows. Complete diggity. I like Derek Carr. I think he's still fucking good. I think coaching staff needs to get replaced. McDaniel's a terrible hire. He is a good offensive coordinator. However, head coach, he's in his first year. I don't know yet. I'm going to give him a couple more games and see how he does. I'm still thinking we're still going into playoffs. Derek Carr, fuck yeah, dude. He's still a great quarterback.
I totally agree. I think he's above average. I'll give him that. But I mirror what Diggity Dank said about he was kind of good up until he broke the leg, and then he just hasn't been the same since then.
I know how that works.
See, she can speak from experience.
Yeah, be dragging that shit.
Yeah. See, now he's not agile. But I do believe we absolutely still have we can make the playoffs. The team is there, but we got to get our heads out of our asses fast if that is going to happen. So
I think this game is going to blow up on the fucking Broncos and just destroy them.
That'd be all right. Anytime we can stomp all.
Damn it, Dan!
But before we get going, I just want to give a quick shout out to all our awesome Patreon contributors. We got Noob Grows, we got Ubi Growing Doobie, Ziggy's Garden, South Nelson Farms, 420 Green Goddess, we got Eric Taylor, Astro Charlie, Colton Bridge, GBA Genetics, Lobster Bush Bro. We got Chef Paula the Great, BC Stoner Mom, Stony Rockefeller, Crazy Pot Mom, Raider Dank Vader, and Hypathetical Genetics. really do appreciate all you guys do for us. Help grease the wheels that make the bus go round and round. It's very much appreciated. Everybody in chat, though, we got a great crowd here tonight. That seems like
Chat rocks, dude.
normal. A little bigger. Seeing a few newer faces that I've seen around here recently, and you're seeing it ever become familiar faces, is what I'm saying. That's awesome. And some new ones in here too. Great to see y'all. We'll be back here Sunday morning, I guess, our usual Tuesday. Fuck Tuesday. I don't know what day of the week it is even. For our Sunday morning wake and bake. With that, I better stop talking. I don't know how to do that anymore. Anyone else want to add?
Have a great
Love
weekend.
you,
everybody.
chat. Thank you, guys.
Cheers,
Yeah.
y'all.
Thanks
All right.
everyone in chat, and yeah, just sorry I wasn't very active tonight. I'm pretty tired, so I just wanted to apologize for that. Half fucking sleeping on screen here, but other than that, good night.
That's all good. The only shitty thing is that we can't actually throw stuff at you or like spitballs like in
Yeah.
Wake up.
Yeah.
That would be great if we could do that, but that's not the reality. Y'all have a great night. We will see you back here Sunday morning. Have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. And let's get out of here with a little bit more City Cash. Is some trouble since we got it queued up. Rock and roll.
Hell yeah.
Save some trouble for me. Whatever will be, will be. I'm not looking for harmony. So cause some damage and make me bleed. Give your mindless chatter for free. Keep that shit away from me. Don't want nothing beautiful to see. I wanna see how ugly you can be. If you're looking for a way to break my heart, if you're looking for an end to bring you a start, if you're looking for a way to shake my bones, if you're looking for a way to be left alone with the fires of hell scorching my feet, save some trouble for me. Save some trouble for me. Just one time, oh yeah. Save some trouble for me. Whatever will be, will be. I'm not looking for harmony. So cause some damage and make me bleed, make me bleed. If you're looking for a way to break my heart, if you're looking for an end to bring you a start, if you're looking for a way to shake my bones, if you're looking for a way to be left alone with the fires of hell scorching my feet, save some trouble for me.